Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Drew, and today we are playing the new Jailbreak update. And I must say the map just looks absolutely amazing. I love the snow and the northern lights in the sky just looks so cool. And I think this map's the best one yet. But before we start the video, I just want to say sorry it's been a month since I uploaded. We had exams and I just had to study a lot and didn't really have time to upload. But it is now winter break, yay. And now obviously I have some time to make videos, so without further ado, let's just get started. So the first thing is free 5,000 cash, which I think everyone wants free money, right? So if you type in winter update 2021, then you click redeem, you get 5,000 cash. Pretty cool. So the next thing is security cameras. So we have one at the gas station, one at the power plant exit, one in the sewer. Here's one in the bank entry. Here's one in the downtown railroad. There's one above the 1 million roof, which is kind of a weird spot, but there's one in the jewelry store. And then looks like there's one in the airport for the cargo plane, one for the cargo port. And yeah, that's all of them. There's 9. And I wonder actually, okay, so yeah, so there is actually a camera where you can see, so I didn't know if you could just see it on the screen, but they do put a little camera, so if you see one of these, it means a cop could be watching you. But the biggest thing they rolled out, which I think everyone is most excited for, and I think it's one of the best vehicles that has come out in a really long time, maybe even since the Roadster, is the tank. And I just want to say this license plate says tank you instead of thank you, and that's pretty hilarious. I actually laughed when I read that. But okay, so this is the tank, and it looks pretty sick. But let's see how it actually works. So it took me a while to find someone, but here's this guy in the museum. So I think you can hold Q to move the gun, and then oh, that's fun. They're kind of like the army helicopter missiles. They kind of just are like that. I feel like they're a little more like missiles than guns from a tank. But as you can see, they're extremely overpowered. Let's just... Yeah, he just died. That's fun. I actually really like this tank. So, the only other vehicle, car that we've had with guns is the crime boss and SWAT, which you cannot control in the driver, which is really disappointing. And then the agent car, it was available for a limited time. You may not remember it, but it shoots missiles. But they're super inaccurate. But this tank is, you can actually be pretty accurate. And, yeah, these are just really overpowered. Like that just did 60 damage. They nerfed the army helicopter missiles, but they might nerf these. I don't know. They're pretty powerful. But I actually found out that when I was being shot at, that the tank gives you armor. So I think it actually doubles your health, because it took 200 to kill my character inside there. And, everyone has 100. So I'm pretty sure that in the tank, it, doubles your health, because, you're in a tank, so it's, armor. It also is really good at off-roading, because it's a tank. So, as you can see, it climbs over stuff, really surprisingly well. And I think that's a pretty cool feature they added to it. And it's actually pretty helpful, and I found myself, chasing cars and actually being able to, get over stuff when they can't. So it is actually a noticeable difference. So the speed of the tank is actually kind of better than I thought it would be. I know 74 miles per hour is not a lot, and it is not the fastest, but what makes it feel fast is it actually has really good acceleration. So as you can see, it basically gets to 74 right away, and it stops really fast, which makes it feel a lot faster than it actually is. And that's really nice. And as you can see here, the white bars that show acceleration, it goes to max in just a few seconds, which I think is good, because if it was too slow, then the tank would just kind of be unusable, and I was afraid it was just going to be way too slow for me to actually drive around in. But I think I would actually drive around in it. Obviously, you wouldn't for speed. I would say if you have $1 million to spare, this is one of the best million vehicles yet. I would say make sure you have the army helicopter, because that's the best one. And that's the one I use the most personally, maybe the drone. But then, if you have $1 million to spare, I'd say this is a really fun purchase. Much better than most of the other million vehicles for sure. So I think it's definitely worth it, and I don't regret buying this unlike some of the other vehicles. And I think it's just a really good addition to Jailbreak, and I hope they come out with more tanks. Another thing Jailbreak added was a completely new jewelry store, and I really like it. I think it looks great, and it's a lot more difficult. So as you can see here, it's like kind of the normal layout still on the first floor, except you do have these moving lasers. So you do have to be careful for those. And actually, if you're not on this platform thing, you really can't stand on the ground. You have to stand on top of them, which I think is a kind of interesting choice. And sometimes it like doesn't really work, and you have to rearrange yourself so it recognizes you punching the box. But for the most part, it works, and it's definitely good that they're trying to make it more difficult. But then after that, you can just go up here, and then you get a second floor of just gems. So instead of having a basement, it's actually higher, which I think is good, because like no one used the basement. And then you go up here, and so they have these, this is kind of to replace those lights that would move on the ceiling. And first off, these just look a lot more realistic and better. And they're also maybe more difficult. Honestly, this floor is pretty easy, but they do a lot of damage. I watched someone die who walked into one. So as long as you just make sure to not walk into them, you're good. But they do a lot of damage, but it's pretty easy to avoid them. So then on the next floor, you have this one, for me at least. The floors do change, and this one is kind of difficult actually. So basically these two lasers move, and you have to like kind of weave between the two of them. And I actually got low health here, and I actually had to heal up, so I mean it's like decently difficult. Since this is my first time, it'll probably get easier. But then basically you just run through these as pretty simple stuff, and then you can exit. And I actually don't know how this happened, but my tank is waiting for me on the roof. So I don't know if a criminal grabbed it with a helicopter and brought it up there, but that was pretty funny. And then Jailbreak also added new season pass items and just a new season, but I bet you guys already know what the season rewards are, since you can just click the button on the top of your screen. And this video is already getting a little long, so if you really want me to, maybe I'll make another video on that. But for now, I won't. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and like. And Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys again in 2022.